Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing today? I am so excited for this video because we're going to be digging into the new Oden's Eye Luminous and Shadow collection. We've got the Eternal Twilight palette, which is so beautiful. I'm dying to swatch it for y'all. We're going to dig into that in just a second, but we've also got 3 new shadow blushers, is what they're calling these bad boys. Beautiful packaging. And then we also have 3 new luminous highlighters. Before we jump into all the details, don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more indie makeup content from me. So this collection is going to be launching on September 20th. I will have all of the time zones in the description box for you. And I do have an affiliate code with Oden's Eye. I believe it takes you 10% off. So if you're interested in purchasing anything, you can use my code AMYLOVES. Save a little bit of money. It definitely makes a difference. So we've got the Eternal Twilight palette here, which I feel like you're probably just dying to see. So let me show you. I think this is the biggest palette Oden's Eye has ever done, but I'm not even mad at it because first of all, the artwork is stunning, but look at how this is organized. Like, I just feel like it should be like beautiful hallelujahs being sung. I do not have the voice for that, but if I did, I would. So we've got one side, which is like this beautiful kind of warm, soft, neutral side. And then we've got the other half, which is like this dark, grungy, cool tone side. I think it's so cute. This shade right here, oh my God. Just gonna zoom you in as much as possible. To me, it looks like a painting of like a bouquet of flowers or something. It is so cute. This palette is going to retail for $56.90. And then of course we've got all of these face products. So the luminous highlighters, these are all going to be $22.90. And then the shadow blushers are going to be $20.90. So let me just start opening these up for you. We've got the shadow blusher in the shade Glow Powder, which is a really beautiful, sparkly pink with like blue and gold iridescence to it. It looks very, very intense. Hopefully you can see how shifty that is. Oh yeah, look right there. Right there, you can really see it. This imprint is so beautiful. It makes me sad to touch it, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Oh, she's so pretty. Okay, so there is Glow Powder. Next, we've got Luminous Heat, which is a beautiful bright coral. And this one is a matte finish. So there is Luminous Heat. We've got Radiant Flame. And this is a hot pink, if I've ever seen one. Ooh, so pigmented. Definitely gonna have to be careful with that. Radiant Flame. My wrist just popped. And then starting into the highlighters, we've got Dim Glow. I mean, look how beautiful. You can see it's kind of like a blue purple base and it's got a strong golden green flip. Okay, so it looks very intense, very sparkly, but I feel like swatching it out, it looks a little like soft and metallic. Still intense. I feel like you still have to love colorful highlighter to love this for your cheeks. Okay, but that's, you know what? I'm gonna say that looks so much more wearable. I know we hate the word, but it was a little scary at first. I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about that as a highlighter. But actually swatching it out, I'm into it. Next we have Subtle Radiance. I don't know that there's anything subtle about this, but it's a little bit of a, gosh, I would say a very cool toned kind of icy white blue shade. Here's what she looks like. Very icy. Yeah, I would definitely recommend that shade more for fair skin tones, just because it is pulling very white. Next, we've got Gentle Firefly, which is such a cute name. And I don't know if I even gave this packaging its due time yet. Like, look how gorgeous. So this is so beautiful. It's cut, I feel like you guys can see a lot of blue and purple there, But then there's also a greeny gold shift, super sparkly. Oh my gosh. Okay, I feel like I'm gonna love this shade as an eyeshadow. It is very shifty, or like just as an inner corner highlight shade, it will be stunning. So there is Gentle Firefly. Then here's with a mirror, just so you guys can see those shifts a little bit better. So there's what all of the face products look like together. Very, very cute. I have to say, I think the shade I'm the most excited for is this one, Glow Powder. I just feel like this is a very me shade. Okay, now for the palette. I just love doing that. It's so pretty. I think I'm gonna swatch these this side and then we can swatch this side. I mean, it just feels right. So we've got Luminosity here. It's a really pretty soft pink with a blue shift. We've got Warmness, which I would say is kind of like a matching matte pink, like towards the base. And then we've got Solar, which is a really pretty orange shimmer with a gold flip to it. Here's with the mirror, just so you can see the flip on that first shade a little more. It's so pretty. Next we've got Daylight, which kind of just looks like a soft peachy brown. We've got Balder, which is the shade that I thought looked so cool. It's got so many different colors to it, but this is one of those shades where it's like in the palette it's cool, but then when it comes to actually applying it to my eye, I never end up reaching for that kind of color. We've got Splend, which is just a very bright red matte. Ooh, that does look really pretty though. Huh, it's mostly like green, but actually, oh my gosh, it's a multi-chrome. You know what? I like the fact that it's a multi-chrome and it has all the colors in it even more. That's so cool. Okay, I'll show you with the mirror in just a second. Look how beautiful that is. Okay, that's actually so fun. Next we have Guard, which this just looks like kind of a sparkly, semi-sheer kind of iridescent shade. It definitely has a thinner texture to it. And then we've got Afterglow, I would say is like a mid-tone peach. Illusion. Okay, that's a more creamy shadow. And it's got that white to like pink gold flip happening. I'm excited to see, oh wow, look how pretty that is. All the different textures that are happening so far. Look at that one. I definitely noticed this is one of their more expensive palettes, so I was hoping there would be some multi-chromes, make it more worth the money. So we've got Destiny. Ooh, that's like the perfect like light taupe matte. Moment, the golden bronzy metallic, super pretty. And then Final, which is a cool kind of mid-tone brown. So there is the first half of the palette all swatched out. Really, really beautiful. Love the tones that are happening here. Let's go ahead and swatch the second half. So we've got the shade Ashes, which is a light kind of blue-based matte gray. We've got Burnout. Ooh, it's a really pretty metallic silver. Blast. A little bit more of a deeper gray matte. We've got Void, which looks like such a pretty, kind of like cornflower blue base with a iridescent gold and silver shift throughout it. Ashy, which I would say is kind of just like, kind of like a soft, I want to say almost sagey green, but like a little bit more teal to it. I can't think of the perfect word to describe this shade, but it is pretty. And then we've got Pessimistic, ooh, which I'm actually feeling very positive about that shade. A really beautiful kind of like platinum, purpley silver. You guys know I love cool tones, so oh my gosh, this side of the palette is definitely making my heart beat a little bit faster. We've got Escape, which I feel like in the palette it looks more intense, but its swatching is more of like a muted pastel. And then we've got Nothingness, okay, which is another kind of spotty shadow, but this one has a mixture of like black and blue and green. Curious to see if that ends up being a multi-chrome when we kind of blend it out a little bit. And then we've got Hoder, which is a really pretty kind of muted navy matte. Okay, see, that's a very, very pale shade. And then that, it's mostly just coming off as like a blacky bronze with a lot of sparkle through it. Okay, we've got the shade Mistletoe, which looks so intense. It's like this really bright blue-green metallic. We've got Blackest, which just looks like a classic, oh wait, no. Okay, they threw me off with the name. I see plum in this color. I know it's called Blackest, but I swear it has a slight purpley tone, but it looks so rich and beautiful. And even though, you know, these are like separated, obviously you can use them together, and it is nice to have a very deep matte shade that you can use for both sides of the palette. And then we've got Plot, you know, Do It for the Plot, which I would say is kind of a purple blue shifty shade. Ooh, okay. I hope you guys can see the purple. I swear I'm not crazy. Oh my gosh, I love this side of the palette. Like, she's a beauty. So there is the palette all swatched out together. I think it's incredibly beautiful. I do feel like this is worth the price. I think there's a ton of really nice different options in here. Lots of variety, lots of different textures, some beautiful duochromes, multi-chromes, metallics. There's a lot going on and I like all of it. All right, y'all, so that is the collection. I'm very excited about this one, and I will have a multiple looks video going up probably tomorrow or the next day, so stay tuned for that. Hope this was helpful. I will have all of my Oden's Eye swatch parties linked in the cards for you right here because I have a bunch of them. I even have a swatch party of every single Oden's Eye single shadow. I think there's over 100 of them, so definitely make sure to check that out. And I'll see you again very, very soon. Bye!